Welcome to Africa Watch on Africa 24 Hours TV. My name is Amos Zaghi. In a country gasping under the weight of failed leadership, economic decay, and institutional collapse, there rises a man not from the comfort of government offices, but from the boiling streets. His name, Omoyele Sowore. To some, he is a hero, to others, a nuisance. But to the Nigerian government, a threat they would rather silence. This week, Sowore once again stormed the headlines, not with guns, not with thugs, but with retired police officers. Men once armed by the state, now abandoned by the same. Sowore led them in protest to the police force headquarters in Abuja, demanding pensions, dignity, and the simple right to leave after service. But in a typical Nigerian fashion, rather than negotiate, the system retaliated. In the chaos of that peaceful demonstration, Sowore's glasses, confirmed to be AI-enabled and possibly recorded reporters, were snatched from his face by a police officer. An act as petty as it is telling. But let's not be naive. This isn't Sowore's first dance with power. It wouldn't be his last. And that is what makes him dangerous, for better or worse. Here is a man who once called for harsh revolution now, was arrested for it and still didn't back down. Here is a man who was accused of the Nigerian government, openly for massive corruption, state-sponsored brutality, election fraud, and betrayal of democracy. He has named names. He has marched when others bowed. He has stood trial. He has bled, and he is still returned to the streets every single time. Well, let's not canonize him yet, because Sowore is not without his contradictions. His critics accuse him of weaponizing activism for political gain, of running for office not to win, but to stir chaos, of turning protest into platforms for self-promotion. Some say he's addicted to confrontation, that for every legitimate cause he champions, there's also a test for limelight, that borders a dangerous showmanship. Even within the civil society space, not everyone buys his messiah image.
Government. I mean, look at it. You have ministers who have active cases with EFCC being asked to bow and go in our National Assembly. You have ministers who have been engaging in high crimes. We have a president that is insensitive to the country, that this country has fallen apart. Nigeria has failed, except Nigerians bond together and bundle these guys out of our national space. We are wasting our time. And don't ask me whether I'm afraid or worried about the legal implications of what I'm saying. I am carrying out a historical duty. Only history can judge me, not a prosecutor or a federal judge. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. You can't kill somebody who's not afraid of death.
But here's the comfortable truth. Even if Sowore is flawed, Nigeria needs him or someone like him. Because in a nation where silence is survival and protest is a crime, his voice cuts through, loud, unfiltered, relentless. The Nigerian government, always swift to suppress, has yet again responded with force over dialogue, whether it's journalists, students, or retired officers. The difference setting is intimidate, arrest, and ignore. But a man like Sowore, who, with no army, no party in power, no billionaire backing, can still shake the foundations of Abuja, is not a sign of his instability. It's a sign of the system's fragility.
Insurance. There is no policeman in Nigeria that should earn less than 500,000 naira per month. The reason is that you cannot ask the police to be guarding a bank, and the bank manager is better paid than the police that is protecting the money. The person doing the real work is the policeman that ensures that the bank is not robbed, not the bank manager who is writing how much is in the vault. So it is even small, because 500,000 naira is about $300. That's nothing in a month. Whereas the senators who are in these places who barely come to work, an average senator takes home 30 million naira per month. And the policemen who are waiting at their gates cannot even buy paracetamol when they are done. And they are even the ones who help them pick up money, sometimes from their locations where they are paid bribery or where they get their courts from whenever they engage in their corrupt activities.
His AI glasses stolen, his rallies disrupted, his name blacklisted in corridors of power, yet he remains. The bigger question isn't whether Omoyele Sowore is dangerous. It's dangerous to whom? To the corrupt? Yes. To the incompetent? Absolutely. To the idea that Nigeria must remain broken without question? But perhaps the most dangerous thing about Sowore is that he refuses to go away. And that is in a country where activists are either bought or buried. It's a threat the Nigerian state has no real answer for. In a nation where silence is safety, Sowore chooses fire. Whether you call him a rebel or a radical, one truth remains. He is a voice Nigeria cannot kill, and power cannot ignore.
Anybody that's willing to arrest me, come out now.
Arrest Sowore now.
But you must produce my glasses. In fact, I hate thieves. Because that's what causes problems.
Nobody.
If the thieves among you who are stealing
Nobody will arrest.
all the pension of the officers, stealing your allowances and salaries. It's the same thief you encourage. Somebody cannot come to the federal force headquarters and have his things stolen. And I say you don't know.
By a policeman.
Force headquarters. Imagine. If things are not safe at the force headquarters, then Nigeria is not safe.
So that we can all be exterminated at once. We don't want war. We want a very clean, quick, and succinct revolutionary process, surgical, that we put an end to the shenanigans of government, that we put an end to oppression, the corruption of government. And if I'm afraid of death, am I better than those people in Zamfara who are getting slaughtered every day? Am I better than those people who get killed by so-called kidnappers who just walk into the middle of the road with an AK-47, kill people and walk quietly back into the bush? Am I better than students who are getting rusticated for speaking out on campuses? Am I better than those kids who died before they could even see Nigeria that they wanted to badly be?
You're watching Africa 24 Hours TV. To stay connected and tuned, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Africa 24 Hours TV. And also to get breaking stories and news, log on to our website at www.africa24hours.com. My name is Amos Zego.